Any transaction happened between these places, which place has to be considered? Goods are delivered by the seller to the recipient on direction of the third person. Where it is consumed is called as place of supply. If it is within the state, we go with SGST and CGST. A warm welcome to one and all. This is your Adasa here, lecturing Vidhyaashram First Grade College, the Temple of Excellence. And now we are in the session 1 and your unit 5 of Indirect Taxation. Under this, we are discussing the topic about place of supply of goods. Almost it is the last topic of your subject, and as per this, the agenda is very simple. We'll talk about concept, we'll talk about meaning. So the concept is very simple, GST. Just I'll read out later, I'll explain you what is place of supply. Now, so in the previous session, we done with your time of supply. What time we have to consider as goods is supplied. Similarly, which place or what is the place we have to consider? Like, few places are there in their tax rate is 12%. One more place, there is tax rate is 8%. Any transaction happened between these places, which place has to be considered? Why it is very important means the percentage matters. It may be we should go for that one, we should go for this one. So we'll go for these things. GST is destination based tax. What is a GST? Destination based tax. Now, the goods or services will be taxed at the place where they are consumed and not at the origin. Where it is generated, we will not pay tax. Where it is consumed, there we will pay tax. Just I'll give you one example. Your any mobile, XYZ mobile, it is manufactured in Delhi. Will you pay tax in the Delhi itself? You are buying in Bangalore. If you are buying in Bangalore means you pay tax where? In the Bangalore. You will not go to Delhi and pay your tax. Remember, that is very important. Goods and services will be taxed at the place where they are consumed and not where there is origin. Where they manufactured, will not pay tax there. Where we are purchasing, there we pay tax. Now, so the state where they are consumed will have the right to collect the GST. Which state it is used, consumed, there only we pay tax. Now, this is in turn makes the concept of place of supply crucial under GST, as all the provisions of GST revolves around it. Place of supply of goods under GST defines whether the transaction will be counted as intrastate or interstate. Any transaction happen from one state to another state, we call it as interstate. And any transaction happen within the state, we call it as intrastate. Hope you are clear? Yes. And accordingly, levy of SGST, CGST and IGST will be determined. With the help of this, if it is within the state, we go with SGST and CGST. If it is one state to another state, we go for IGST. Hope you are clear? Yes. Now, place of supply when there is a movement of goods. How it happens, we'll go with a topic. Now, supply involves movement of goods. Remember, in this topic, there is no problems, only theory. Now, involves movement of goods whether by the supplier or the recipient or by any other person. Involves movement of goods either by supplier or recipient or by any other person. So, what is the place of supply? Location of the goods when the movement of goods determined for the delivery of the recipient. Where the location the goods is moved or movement happened, that place will be considered as your place of supply. Then goods are delivered by the seller to the recipient on direction of the third person, whether agent or not, before or during the movement of goods, by the way of transfer of document of title of the goods. Like, it is like, for example, I am the buyer, you are the seller. Now, you sold me from Bangalore to Mysore. There is a normal case. Sometimes what happens, from the third party, from the third person, he tells that you don't send me to Mysore, you send to Dharwad. So it will be according to the third party wish. Then which place we have to consider as place of supply. Now, it is assumed that the third person has received the goods and the place of supply such goods will be the principal place business of third person. See, even though the transaction happened from Mysore to Bangalore, the third person said that I need goods in Dharwad. So the goods will be sent to where? Dharwad. So tax will be calculated which place? Dharwad. Hope you are clear? Yes. So wherever the principal place of third person, that place is to be considered as place of supply. Why? Because the tax is calculated on the basis of consumption, not on the basis of origin. No. So we're done with this. We'll go with an example. Now, if you go with an example, intra-state sales, like Mr. Raj of Mumbai, Maharashtra sell 10 TV sets to Mr. Vijay of Nagpur, Maharashtra. See, Mr. Raj Mumbai, Maharashtra sells 10 TV sets to Mr. Vijay of Nagpur, Maharashtra, within the state only. Now, the place of supply is Nagpur in Maharashtra since it is the same state. So, CGST, SGST will come. Hope you are clear. Easiest one. Sales happen within the state only. So, that's why the place of supply is called as Maharashtra. Then, interstate sales. Mr. Raj of Mumbai, Maharashtra sells 30 TV sets to Mr. Vinod of Bangalore, Karnataka. The place of supply is Bangalore in Karnataka. Since it is a different state, IGST will be applied. See, Raj of Mumbai, Maharashtra sells 30 TV to Vinod of Bangalore. Karnataka, the place of supply is Bangalore. See, remember, where it is manufactured, we will not calculate. Where it is purchased, where it is consumed is called as place of supply. Now, this is done. Example number 3. Deliver to third party as per instruction. Like, Anand in Lucknow buys goods from Mr. Raj in Mumbai, Maharashtra. The buyer requests the seller to send the goods to Nagpur. See, as I told you, third party request. If third party requests that I don't want in this place, I want some other place. Now, Nagpur to Maharashtra. Now, deliver to third party as per instruction. Anand is in Lucknow, buy goods from Raj is in Mumbai, Maharashtra. The buyer requests the seller to send the goods to Nagpur, Maharashtra. Then what happens? In this case, it will be assumed that the buyer is in Lucknow, has received the goods. IGST will be charged because it is one state to another state. Now, I'll go with an example. See, seller is in Maharashtra, buyer is in Uttar Pradesh, third party is in Maharashtra. Then, say, deemed to be delivered where? Buyer place. Actually delivered as per the instruction where? Maharashtra. In this, what happened? It will be assumed that the buyer is in Lucknow, has received the goods and IGST. In this, what happens? As per UP, it is a different state. So, deemed to be delivered, we assume, and will be taxable and will be considered as UP. Even though goods delivered to Maharashtra, so the place of supply will be considered as UP. You can assume that it is delivered to UP. Or else, you can go as per the third party instruction and you can go for CGST and SGST. With assumption, you can go for this also, you can go for this also. So I'll go back to all the slides. Please take screenshots so we'll wind up this session. Your concept, your place of supply when there is movement of goods. Example, your example part 2. This is all about your today's session. Hope you understood. Yes. Now, please work out this small problem so it will be easy for you as well as important for your examination. Thank you.